Hey friends, welcome. I am so happy to show you the first journal page of the year. This is what we'll be making. I'm going to list everything we need down in the description so you can follow along and have some fun. All right, the first thing we're going to do is head to our first prepared page that has some plain old acrylic white paint on it. Now, I have to tell you, the first time I did this, it was a total mistake. I spilled fluorescent pink paint all over this page. So I turned that mistake into this. All right, so here's what I did. I thought there was just a drop in here. There was way more than a drop. So now I'm going to be careful. And I'm going to put that out there. And I'm going to take this paper towel. I'm going to rub it all over. This is super fluorescent. So I think even if I hadn't made a mistake, I would have gone ahead and added all the white paint. So I have some on my paper towel and I'm just going to rub it in. It's still wet. And that is going to tone it down way better. If this is still too much for you, you can take some white paint like so. Take a stiff card and scrape the white paint across, and you will take off that white paint even more, or the pink paint even more. So blob there. There you go. All right, let's go dry this off. Make sure it's good and dry. So I don't know if I've ever explained to you my drying techniques. Sometimes I'll just use a heat craft dryer. This is a Ranger dryer. Sometimes if it's nice outside and sunny, I will put this out in the sun, go do an errand, go do some laundry, eat my lunch, then I'll come back and the page will be dry. I am very impatient when it comes to drying paint. I'm terrible, just like now. All right, so let's get that dry and I will come back so I don't rip the pages. Okay, we have that done. I'm going to take a little piece of scrapbook paper and I'm going to make myself a pocket, and that is just cutting out a rectangle to fit and gluing it on 3 sides. I'm going to cut it here. Going to take my art glitter glue and I'm going to glue the right side, the bottom, and the left. And then that way it gives me a cute little pocket. Now the other thing I'm going to add is I stamped some material and cut it out. All I did was take Valentine's stamp and stamp a piece of muslin and then cut a strip. And then I tied it around a paper clip, and I'm going to add that here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is take my walnut stain distress oxide and some red ink. I think I got that at Michael's. And I'm going to take my little heart stamps from my friend Kristi at Soul Positive. And I'm going to stamp different sizes of hearts all up and down here. Now, I have to say, I am challenging myself this year to try brighter colors. And you can see that in the pink and the white. Not so much in the brown, but that's okay because I like the contrast of the brown with the pink. All right, then I'm going to add a couple of red hearts in here. Like they're floating up out. So fun. I think I'm going to add a couple on here. Just to do that. Maybe a big one in red. All right, there's that. We cover up the ink pads. The next thing, I'm going to take this stamp. Ooh, I love this stamp. It is a circle. If you don't have this stamp, all you have to do is take your S-gel, find something round. I like this size. Make yourself a circle. And then keep going around. If you want to use this stamp, I'll show you what it looks like. I'll get it all nice and inked up with the brown ink. And I will add it to the black. Okay, that just gives it some more dimension. All right, the next part is I have some really cool pens my sister gave me a million years ago. They are available on Amazon, and I will link these too. They are super fun. And I'm going to show you before we start what they do. So they are a paint pen, so you have to load them up. Do this on a different sheet of paper because this is what happens. And what they do is they automatically outline every letter. So my word for this year is self-care, and I'm going to write it in here. I will say on top of this paint, that silver does not show up like it does on here. Isn't that interesting? That's okay, because what I'll do is I'm going to go back over it with this S-gel and outline it myself. Ooh, that got a little wet right there, didn't it? That's okay. We can fix that with some white paint if we want. Okay, I'm going to continue outlining. Now, if this bothers you, what you can do is take a tiny bit of white paint and go over it. Let's do both letters. And I'm going to dry this one more time. All right, let's try that again. I'm going to make sure pen is loaded up. And I'm going to redo this. And this. So what happened is the page got pretty wet. But that's okay because we can come back in and fix it. So I'm going to let that dry for quite a bit. And the next thing I'm going to show you. So I went to the Graphics Fairy and they have all kinds of free downloads. I love her downloads. So I printed out, I picked out a bird. I just typed in birds in their search engine up at the search bar at the top right of her website. And I found this pretty little bluebird. And I had some gold paper that I've had for a while. And I have this cool stamp. Yep, I will link that too. Stamp, no, it's a punch. Okay. Whee! And it punches out these cute little crowns. And I printed out the bird. I cut it out. I trimmed it. I know it looks kind of weird, but that's okay. We're not going to see it. And I glued that little crown on its head. Okay, that's dry. And I do not mind the imperfection in this because it reminds me even more so the importance of self-care. All right, my friends, guess what? This is it. This is it. Your page is done. It's fun. It's easy. It's cute. I hope you find something that you like in this. Follow me for more. Subscribe, and we'll do this together. Haha, all through the year. Have a good little reminder for yourself. Let me know what your word is for the year in the comments. All right, have a good day.